Hello ladies and gents, and welcome back to War Thunder, and welcome aboard the F8U-2 Crusader. Now, the Crusader is a single-engine supersonic carrier-based jet fighter at VR 10.3 in realistic battles. The Crusader is able to reach Mach 1 in level flight at around sea level, and almost Mach 2 at Angels 10, which puts it on par with many jet fighters such as the MiG-19 or the F-27, but it's also slower than any Starfighter or MiG-21s at low altitudes. Otherwise known as the last Gunfighter, the Crusader is very good at dogfighting. Although it has quite low G limits, it is capable in both shorter and longer fights because of the instantaneous turn rate, which can be improved by using slats, which are deployed through activation of the combat flaps. It certainly lives up to its nickname with a quartet of nose-mounted 20mm cannons like the preceding F8U-2 Demon, but it also has access to deadly infrared missiles such as the AIM-9D Sidewinder that are mounted on very strangely mounted on the Y-shaped cheek pylons. Anyway, as you can see, we've already gotten a kill. I think we've won against someone in a head-on, and we're currently disengaging here because the fight seems to be moving backwards behind us, which is always fun. So we're going to slowly turn around while also gaining some altitude using this thing's insane thrust to weight here. And we notice this Jaguar on the deck, so we're going to essentially perform a split S here and get some guns on. Air brakes out, lovely kill here. And we're going to get some energy back because I may have been able to get that kill, but I may have been able to get that kill without deploying the air brake, but I didn't want to, bin the plane. Hunter absolutely annihilated in front of us. I thought he was coming for me, which I think he was, but it doesn't matter because he's dead now. Phantom is coming up from behind this mountain, so we're going to do a little bit of a spray here, hit him through these trees, and that is another kill. Lovely stuff. Now, here I wasn't entirely sure what to do, so we're just going to turn towards their airfield because we have the fuel to spare and we have the ammo to spare as well, and we're going to see where and even what this last guy is flying. Something else worth mentioning about the Crusader is its variable incidence wings, which means the wings can quite literally angle themselves up or down to improve lift on carrier takeoffs or landings. So it looks like the last guy is an AV-8 Harrier here. He's going to try and get some guns on, mess up that shot, but that's fine because he doesn't even seem to realise the fact that he is being shot at. Now, you'll see that I'm going to take a little bit of an optimistic missile shot here. Usually I would think that, he's out of range for this sort of missile, but AIM-9Ds, I don't know if it's just me, but they tend to lead a lot more, and they have a very, very long burn time, which, as you can see, was enough to get us a 5th kill, which is a very tasty ace. Anyway, yeah, variable instance wings. I'm not sure if they were used during takeoff, because I don't know if that would damage a catapult with how much lift suddenly being applied to a cat or something. But in any case, we're back in another game, and after expending 2 missiles, we are in a dogfight with a Mirage. Now, he doesn't really seem to be dogfighting at his maximum capacity here, because I'm managing to stay behind his 9 line, which is always good. That means he can't suddenly cut into me and get a solution, which I am about to do here. As we can see, MiG-21 tried to take me out, but he missed his shot, unlike this shot on the Mirage where we managed to set him on fire. Now, where there is this MiG-21 in the mix, I'm sort of diving down here, converting my altitude into speed, trying to get some energy back, because the Crusader has a very sort of high speed sweet spot. It compresses easily, but it's also got very high wing loading, so it doesn't do very well at low speeds. Now that MiG is coming back down towards me. I wasn't really too bothered. I did do a bit of an aileron roll to throw his guns off, but I wasn't convinced that he was going to be able to hit me to begin with. So we're going to turn back around here into this MiG, and I believe we're going to get guns on and set him on fire. Lovely stuff. Now, there is a Draken pulling onto me here, so what I'm doing is I'm trying to turn, and I know what you're going to say. You're thinking, Leon, that is an awful idea, why are you doing this? But I was trying to get him to stall out, but it didn't really work, and as you can see, he almost gets us with a missile there. And I'm in a bit of a predicament here. There's 2 Harriers, and the Draken. Now, Harriers, the GR1s have SRAMs, which are very, very effective at this range. which is a little bit worrying, and even then they've got Aidens to dispatch of me as well, but unfortunately for this guy here, he doesn't seem to be able to aim, and I managed to force an overshoot as I turn on my periodic flare dispense to throw off any more SRAMs that other Harrier or the Draken with his A9Bs there, I think they're A9Bs, or like the Swedish versions, may be able to fire at me. Speaking of firing, fired a missile at this Harrier, that was a bit too ambitious, didn't really work, and he cuts in front of us here as we get a lovely solution and get his wing off. Lovely. Now, the Draken seems to have disappeared. Harrier gets annihilated by a teammate, which is always good, and we see this MiG-21 off in the distance over there, and as we look at the leaderboards here, we can see that this is in fact the last guy in the enemy team. So we're going to head over there and see how we can help. Now, I believe it's a Thunder Chief on our team. I may be wrong. Yes, I am wrong. That is another... Is that an F8? My preview was tiny. I've had this issue before. Oh well. But yeah, it's a 2v1, which is good. So we do stand quite a good chance of winning this game as I take things into the vertical after a not so cold merge. Neither of us hit each other, but that's a good thing. Now, this MiG seems to be a bit preoccupied with my teammate here, which gives me a wonderful opportunity to get a missile off on him while he is low energy. He doesn't see it coming, and that is a very tasty 4th kill. And that is mission complete. That was very nice here. Now, new game. We've locked up someone, we're approaching them, and I do believe they notice me. It's an A5 here, so we're going to let him dive, so I want to sort of get a lag pursuit at this point, because he's probably going to be able to outspeed me. But as I pull down into him, I realise that I am actually keeping pace with him, and at this range, I might be able to hit a pot shot, but I decide to get a missile off on him in the end. The A9Ds lead wonderfully, he pops some flares, but a little bit too late, and that is our first kill of the game. Now, there's quite a few enemies, so I'm not entirely sure who to engage. I was tempted to go after this A5 here, but he gets annihilated, which is always good. Now, there's a bit of a furball happening, comprising of mostly enemy aircraft who are all advancing towards us at once, which isn't good. So, we're going to see this F1 down here. Is this an F1? Yes, it is. We're going to get a missile off on him. Very ambitious, and it missed. I didn't really know what else to expect watching this back. Hindsight is a wonderful thing, but in any case, we're going to try to disengage here because I do not want to get caught up in miss. However, this J6 here has other plans, so we're going to slowly take things into a left-hand spiral, trying to get some altitude back. And by the looks of things, he's disengaging, so maybe he saw a teammate who was a bit of a better target for him or something. But as long as we're okay, that's what counts. Speaking of which, there is an aircraft burst climbing up to us, so we're going to get a few hits on him, nothing too major, and we are completely unscathed, which is good. Now, MiG-19, almost catch him there in the head-on. Now, it's very, very close. Missile from the MiG-21, which we're going to just about dodge. That should have resulted in my death, but I guess that was just lucky more than anything. I'm not denying that. I have no right to still be alive at this point. And you're about to see how the rest of the game plays out, which is always good. Now, there's 4 aircraft here who aren't very happy with my existence on the opposing team. Now, we need to either fight these guys off, or the logical thing would be to disengage. But they're currently flying more or less at the Crusader's corner speed here, as I almost get a gun solution on this MiG. So we're going to turn around and pull above his guns as he reverses the fight, which is very close. Now we've blacked out here, which isn't good. I can't really see anyone, so I'm going to take things into a vertical here and go into a very, very steep spiral, climbing spiral. MiG almost gets guns on here. He just about misses, and he cuts into us, so we're going to roll out of the way of his guns once again. Confusion smoke on for style points and, well, confusing the enemy. Apparently this seems to work. It's not the first time. Anyway, we get a missile solution on this MiG, which is a lovely, is that a 3rd kill? I think it is. But in any case, we're taking things back down. as the Viggen and the MiG-19 here are struggling to keep pace with me. I believe it's a MiG-19. There is a MiG-21 off in the distance. Yeah, so MiG-19 still turning into me. Going to get another missile off on this MiG-21. That wasn't my third kill back then, that was my second. This is my third. Lovely stuff. Anyway, going to turn back around. I'm going to get underneath this MiG-19 here. So he either has to get guns on and compress or miss like he did, which takes us into a very, very nice gun solution onto the Viggen. We're going to brake vertically here after a lovely fourth kill. Take the MiG-19 in a head-on. I've got a little bit of a slide tip going on, which is good. He realises that it's probably not the best idea to engage me in a head-on, which inevitably results in his demise. So, after that, I go home, very, very shocked. I actually survived that whole ordeal. There is only me and a Thunder Chief left, and the third has been shot down by an enemy A5. So I thought this was going to boil down to a 1v1, because he has put a blind hunt order on. But I'm not entirely sure what the A5 does. He's either crashed or ripped his wings, which actually meant I was the last person left and won us the game. Lovely. Anyway, thank you guys ever so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please like and subscribe. Please check out the merch store if you want to support the channel. Again, thank you ever so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.